This program contains movie spoilers. Viewers are advised to proceed on their own discretion.
Some say that Will Ferrel is a clever satirist and your level of sarcasm needs to be yay high to perceive his ridicule. Some say what he lacks in acting he compensates with comedy. And some, he's just outrageous, good slapstick comedian, even great perhaps, but a horrible, horrible actor. I say, if you aren't prepared to lay down your wits and shut down your faculties just to be subjected to this all American sheer madness, this preposterous man child called Will Ferrell, don't ever watch his movies. But if your head can withstand ludicrous and sleazy comedy, then Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga, might as well be a knock at the back of your head. Nothing philosophical, nothing special, just plain, harmless comedy. Welcome to I Like to Movie It. Let's take a glance at this sweep under the rug wonder, Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga.
For both of us.
Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga, tells the story of a band called Fire Saga from Iceland, made up of two childhood friends, Lars, played by Will Ferrell, and Sigrid, played by Rachel McAdams. Lars carries this big dream to perform and possibly win at Eurovision Song Contest, a determination he held strong since his childhood, and Sigrid gets dragged into his dreams since he helped her realize her voice, which otherwise was absent when she was little. This entire movie takes us to the musical journey of this incompatible duo from being underdogs to fan favorites at Eurovision, a renowned song contest in Europe. First, let's start with the basics of the movie. The format is plain and simple. Underachiever has a long life dream. There are few adversities along the way. He almost gives up and then realizes the error of his way, amends those wrongs, and goes out with a bang. This is not a new package for us. Adam Sandler has done it in Happy Gilmore. Jack Black has done it in School of Rock. Steve Carell has done it in Even Almighty. Vince Vaughn has done it in Dodgeball or True Underdog Story. And Ben Stiller has done it in Night at the Museum. Why am I taking their names? Because these boys make Hollywood's frat pack. All of them have done this pattern and gained a fan following for it. The formula continues. However, formula like these, they don't always work. To tell an underdog story in such a blunt format, ace factor is a must. You can believe that a teenager like Miles Morales is an underdog in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Margaret in Million Dollar Baby. But come on, Will Ferrell is 52 years old. You simply cannot connect to this Lars character to sympathize with him. Rachel McAdams as Sigrid, however, is way better than her male counterpart. Her intentions are clear. Her story arc is well defined with its highs and lows falling exactly at the right times. Even the satirical undertones that Sigrid character needed to carry, its subtlety and poise make sense. But here lies the biggest issue of this movie. We follow Lars and Sigrid everywhere. Meaning, we are witnessing a beaten down Hollywood formula of linearly propagating movie. The entire movie's timeline progresses with these two. There are no B stories, no ulterior motives for any other character, classically badgered stereotypical villain, and obviously predictable outcome. Take example, someone at the beginning of the movie mentions Piog note, the highest achievement in vocal tendency. The movie is about a song contest, so obviously the protagonist unlocks this achievement at the climactic scene of the movie. Predictable. Before I can mention other nagging factors of this movie, good things are in order. First, obviously, is the music. It's a song contest, so be prepared. A lot of songs are sprawling every minute or so. Good mix of musical genres lets you taste flavors from various palettes. Second is the plethora of costumes and gears. You cannot help but admire the costume designers' ingenuity. They aren't Oscar worthy per se, but change from regularity for sure. Also, the locations are beautifully captured and Iceland is simply mesmerizing. Maybe it could be your next holiday destination if not for this COVID-19 pandemic. Simple icings on the cake like these aren't enough to cover Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga. The United States of America has not been invited to the actual Eurovision Song Contest, a reality show that has spanned over half a century. And writer and actor Will Ferrel seems to be mocking this tradition rather than choosing his pièce de résistance, which is satire. Songs featured in the movie are American, assorted well, of course, but far from being European. Russians and Greeks overtly using American style music is cringy, and it feels like a direct attack to the classically trained European singers. The same goes for the dialects and accents of these American and Canadian actors. They slip every so often, making you suspect whether the actors did bad in their homework or was it the director's intentional choice to have Americans play Icelandic or Britisher playing Russian. Fun fact, closing credits carry the cast's name with their respective flags. Crude humor, but that made me cringe. Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga's release was supposed to coincide with the actual Eurovision 2020. But since that didn't happen, the satire, if it was intentional, failed to deliver. I will drop off 1 star for this sheer marketing misfortune and give this movie 2 out of 5 stars. I might have gone lower if it was not for Rachel McAdams and Dan Stevens outrageously copying George Michael's hairstyle. Will I watch Will Ferrell's movie in future? Yes. He might just pull off an Anchorman again. But will I watch this movie again? No.